Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 24th to the 30th of June. We're coming out of a weekend which was fairly epic with the summer solstice, the full sun, and then the full moon within the time span of the summer solstice, which was the 21st to the 24th of June. So the full moon came along hot on the heels on the 23rd, and that was a real deep and anchoring energy. So it's been very, very high powered energetics going across the sky, and this week should see a little bit of a calm down. We'll be able to see where the bits have fallen, if anything was broken, or we'll be able to see more clearly once the dust settles. So not that much going on this week, but enough to keep us entertained. So we have Jupiter going into Cancer on Wednesday. This is already being felt because the bigger the planet and the nearer the planet, the more you'll feel the energetics. So since last June the 12th, Jupiter was in Gemini, and this has really been expanding our mind. It's all been about expansion with Jupiter, and Gemini is imagine those two bars of the Gemini twins as the mental bars of the mind. So hopefully we'll have done the work over the last year and cleared out a lot of our restrictive thinking, our negative thinking, broken free of the mental matrix, and be in a more expanded place now, because our thoughts do create our actions and our reality. So whatever we're thinking and focusing on, that's what we actually create. So hopefully we've become masterminds with that Jupiter energy going through Gemini. And now it's the turn of Cancer. So we now need to become master hearts, because Cancer is all about our feelings. And when Jupiter comes in, what tends to happen at the beginning, you'll get a clear out, then you'll get some space, perspective, and then you've got lots of room to bring in the positive. So we'll start to see a big emotional clear out. And this is adding to the grand trine, which does continue this week as well, right through until August. So we've already got a grand trine in all the water signs, which I've already spoken about, and how we need to clear our emotions and get free on a cellular level, get rid of some of that emotional programming that's just weighing us down like a soggy sponge. But with Jupiter coming in at this time, this is going to be a very healing and very helpful aspect. There may be a lot of clearing away, there may be a feeling of a lot of things leaving, but it's all good, because it just makes room for better to come in. So on Wednesday, Jupiter goes into the sign of Cancer. This will be for a whole year, and we've got a whole year of this activity, so we need to just go with it on a daily basis, become bigger than we are, get out of the chattering heart and behind it into the master heart, just like we have done last year. Get past the chattering mind and into becoming the master of our mind. So we're going to be distinguishing between fake and real emotional roots, because many of the emotional programs that we have running are based on false memories or fake ideas to begin with. So that's the quickest way to clear some space immediately. Anything that happens, anything that you feel, just go back and ask yourself, is this real? Is this based on something solid? Or is this something I've made up? Because not all of our emotions are actually authentic to begin with. So you can cut the work in half by taking that approach. Even further to help us then, on Thursday we have Mercury going into retrograde, and Mercury's in Cancer. So lots of activity, like I say, in the water signs, but it's all going on in the sign of Cancer. And on Thursday the Mercury retrograde actually starts. So although we've been feeling this, because you tend to feel it for about a week before it begins, from the 27th of June until the 21st of July, Mercury will be seemingly going backwards in the sign of Cancer. There's a whole separate video about Mercury retrograde, but basically was the two bookend days, as they're called, the 27th of June and the 21st of July, will be the most mixed up. Many people dread this aspect. I think it's quite entertaining. It's just a chance to do things differently, to let go, to stop trying to control things with the rational brain, and to really dive into the psychic realm. So it can actually be very positive, as long as we don't have too rigid a plan or serious approach to life. So that's Mercury going into retrograde on Thursday. And then we have Venus going into Leo on Friday. So this brings it a bit more golden flair. Venus in Leo is like a lioness. So if there are frustrations, if it does get too emotional, or if you just need a channel for some of your energies, then painting and dancing and sculpting and singing, all the art forms just express through the creativity of Leo, and I think this will be an excellent channel and might even come up with some quite amazing artwork in the process. You can do things big, you can afford to roar, you can afford to paint on a large canvas or dance with large movements. There's no hiding here, and a lot of opening up of what they call the solar plexus, or the confidence centers in the body. So stand up tall, radiate from your heart, radiate from your solar plexus, and take up the space that you deserve. That's what Leo asks us to do, and then Venus brings in that creativity and our sense of value as well. So valuing ourselves and valuing the fact that we're here and we deserve to be here, that kind of feeling will go on while Venus transits through Leo, and that's only for a few weeks, so that one's worth diving into and really enjoying. So generally, those are the energies for this week. It's all still about the water trine, but really triggering that will be both Jupiter on Wednesday and then Mercury retrograde on Thursday. So we're going to go through some very intense emotions, lots of memories from the past, lots of retrospectives, but if you go there willingly, you may even find that instead of it being fearful or painful, you realise that you can deprogram lots of different stories in your life by just challenging whether they're built on authentic ground or not in the first place. So that's it for this week, and I'll be back next week.